came, candles burning low. We in the kitchen, silent night. Champagne dripping off crushed ice. You in that red silk, wrapped too tight. Mistletoe shadow on your thigh. Gingerbread heart broken to peppermint. Lies on your tongue, so smooth. Champagne dreams on Christmas Eve. Bubbles on my lips, but you gon' leave. Stockings hanging by my
Bottle pop, truth drop, welcome to the show. Champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you're gonna glow.
Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex. To the show, champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you're gonna glow. Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex.
Second and let's talk. Yo, DJ, roll that beautiful champagne footage.
Confidants? What is your profession? What is your profession? Nothing but soldiers and empowerment over here.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Okay, so recently there's this ad going on TikTok about buying 6 pairs of jeans for $24.99, and yeah, don't do it. It's a scam. I got scammed. And I'm sure there's many out there because I did see another video right now when I was at the gym. I saw another video saying that they were scammed too. So yes, do not buy it. Do not fall for it. This is what I got instead of 6 pairs of jeans. I got me a damn butterfly. Although I like butterflies, this was not worth $32. 6 pairs of jeans for $24.99. Yeah, I'm the dummy that fell for it. But this is what I got. I got a butterfly. So, and it came in this little package. So yeah, don't fall for it. It's a scam. Don't let scammers scam you, because they scam me.
am pissed because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I got caught slipping, doom scrolling here on TikTok and got scammed. I saw a ad that showed up. This page, this girl, Emma, I reported this page, talking about Fashion Over $5 jeans. And I usually don't click on none of that stuff, but like I said, doom scrolling, probably unconsciously looking for a dopamine hit. And I just happened to look and I was like, oh, this is a lot of cute stuff. Didn't think nothing of it because Fashion Nova do be having discounts. Strike one was when I tried to log in, it said that my account wasn't found. So I didn't pay attention to that. Then, although it said Fashion Nova at the top, when I checked out, the website changed to say Fabriana. Be very careful, y'all. I went scrolling down on TikTok and other people said the same thing. It says Fashion Nova and then it says like Dick's Clothing or something like that. So yeah, I just got scammed. And thank God for Navy Federal that they're open 24/7. So I called them immediately. I had to report my card lost and stolen. Got to go through all the things with the new card. Like, bruh, like I said, be very careful. Don't be on here clicking on. And I never usually click on those ones that say sponsored. And like I said, the jeans was cute. She looked cute and I got caught slipping. Don't do it, y'all. That's a lesson for me. And if you are going to be on these websites, be sure to make sure you look at the URL and what it's saying through. I did not realize how it changed the website. Damn dopamine hit.
I don't want that person. Shit, I beat me.
I'm pretty fucking pissed off at you, TikTok. This site and this app is supposed to be secure, honey? No. Tell me why my dumb fucking ass, I don't know what the fuck, if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Why the fuck did I see Michaela Niguera on my FYP, however the fuck you say her fucking name, with some cute ass American Eagle jeans, and she's telling me don't walk, run to American Eagle because they've got a sale of American Eagle jeans for $4.99 a piece. You can get 3 pairs of jeans for 13 something, right? So I'm like, okay, bet. I never spend money on myself fucking ever, okay? So I do, and I click this link that is on TikTok, it's on your fucking app, and it brings me to, out of TikTok, to American Eagle website. It looks like American Eagle. It very much looks like American Eagle. Go look, it's still up. I make this order. Okay, it comes to 20 something because of shipping. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm like, okay, so that just must be how they get you. But that's fine because 20 something dollars for shipping and 3 pairs of American Eagle jeans, like be fucking for real. So I'm like, bet. I put my card information in, order goes through, I get an email notification, but it's telling me from a Leo Reese. Hold on, I'll put it in this video, but it's saying it's from that website. That's not American Eagle, honey. And then I search up American Eagle $4.99 jeans on TikTok. First fucking thing that pops up is American Eagle jeans scam $4.99. I'm like, bitch, I swear to God, how are you this fucking stupid at this big ass age? TikTok, fucking figure it out. Here's the official email. Your order's on the way. Hey, Jessica, your order's on the way, bitch. Track your shipment to see the delivery status. Bitch, why did I put that tracking number in a website that searches like all parcels and then a fucking thing pops up? You motherfuckers. So now I have the pleasure of having to lock my card, cancel, get a new card. All of this is going on, mind you. I made this order 2 days ago. It took the money out yesterday. Today my mortgage payment's supposed to come out. So I have the fucking constant fear that something, for whatever reason, is going to happen and I'm going to lose my mortgage payment. My first mortgage payment as a homeowner, nonetheless. So
Y'all be careful what you're clicking on and don't get scammed on this app, because I just about got scammed. But thankfully, I took a minute to think, like, let me check out and see if this was legit. So there is a video going around of a creator, and she is trying on American Eagle jeans, and there is like a caption that says today only $4.99, and I'm like, $4.99 for American Eagle jeans? Sign me up. So I click on the shop now thing, and I'm like, okay, this looks like American Eagle's website, and it looks just like it. Put in a screenshot I took. But if you look at the website thing at the bottom, it is not American Eagle. It's just a scam. Then I went to American Eagle's actual website to see $4.99 jeans. That just doesn't make sense. They wouldn't. It's $25, which isn't bad, but if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. And before you sit there and load up a cart full and check out, check and make sure that on the actual website that this is legit, because I bet you people fell for this and didn't think to check.
Let me tell you how much people fell for this and didn't think to check. What's going on, y'all? Please do me a favor. Drop a 1 in the chat or a champagne glass if you can hear me loud and clear. If you need me to turn up or down or adjust, or you can't hear me at all, drop a 2. Well, I guess if you can't hear me, you won't know what to drop, right? Thank you, Progressive. Welcome in. Y'all listen. They got your girl. Y'all, story time. There is a reason why I decided to select this collection of stories for our Jokers Wild. Now, for those of you who are new to the Champagne City, we always do a pre-show before the actual show to give the people an opportunity, to go get your things, get comfy and get out your work clothes and kick your feet up and all of that so you can come in, right? So listen, the other day, so some of y'all know my story, right? Y'all know a few years ago, I lost everything, right? So so, y'all know, those of you who have been with me, that God recently just blessed me. I got a job, ended up getting a vehicle. Haven't told y'all the full story. We'll get into it one day, y'all, right? So, when I got paid, right, I'm like, all right, I'm finna look for me some clothes. I'm finna get me some clothes. Now, remember, again, for those of you who don't know, the other important part of this story is I just relocated. So the job that I got was not in the state that I lived in. It was in the state I was dropping my grandson off to. So I literally had nothing here. So I'm like, I'm finna get me some clothes for this new job. Now, mind you, I didn't go on TikTok looking for clothes. I went on TikTok looking for something else. See, this is how the enemy get us. So, I happened to scroll across this woman. Now, press pause, right? I don't shop on Fashion Nova. My spots, Amazon, Temu. That's where I get my clothes from if I order online. That's it. I've ordered from Shein before, never Fashion Nova that I can remember. So I ran across this ad on TikTok and I'm like, $1.99 jeans, Fashion Nova. Now I be hearing the girls talk about Fashion Nova. Let me check it out. Y'all, I push the button. I'm going to do a whole video on it. Don't even worry about it. Because I had to take pictures so I could do my dispute. I pushed the button and it took me to a Fashion Nova app. Can't even make it up. Took me to a Fashion Nova app. So I'm scrolling and I'm like, in my mind, because I've ordered from TikTok before and I've never had an issue from TikTok or a TikTok shop, I'm like, all right, Fashion Nova, let's go. Scrolling, I'm selecting my size. Y'all, I'm looking at comments under the outfits and y'all. I'm looking at different prints and all of this, and I'm like, oh, Fashion Nova spaz with this one. So, y'all, I get ready to go and do my little cash out. You know, I cash out, y'all. Listen, perfectly fine. When I go to check my receipt said, hold on, y'all. I can't make this up. Hold on. Let me see how much I can show y'all without showing y'all all my information. Let me see. When I go to look at the receipt they email me, y'all, why my receipt talking about some thank you for shopping at Jalovia.com. Who the hell is Jalovia and what is a .org com? who who? So y'all, I go and put in Jalovia.com, or no, it wasn't Jalovia, it was Javolia.com in the top of the thing, and I'm like, bro, I just know you lying. I absolutely know you lying. Hold on, let me see. Okay, okay. I found one I can show y'all. Hold on. Give me a second to upload it. Cause this is insane. Y'all don't fall, and I should know better. When the girl said you old enough to know better, y'all, for real, I sat back and thought about all the videos I have done telling y'all beware of smart TVs. They're watching you. You can be hacked. Protect your information. I don't know how the hell I got. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Let me tell you how I got. Because TikTok under the red country would never argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I ordered on TikTok before. And I ain't never, ever. And you mean to tell me all of a sudden after the US of these A's took over Tick of the Talk, all of a sudden everybody getting hacked? And you ain't pulled down not one of these videos that's hacking people? You come on now. That's very Americanized behavior. Is all I'm saying. And look, I'm just trying not to say the country because I don't want the orange man to get mad because I mentioned the name of the red country. So we just gonna leave it right there. Would never. That's how I fell for it, y'all. That's how I fell for it. And the site looks so genuine. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. And then we gonna get into this story. But I had to share this with y'all because I couldn't believe it. Okay. This is the one I could share with y'all. Do y'all see this? Who the hell is Javolia? Who? Who is Javolia? Somebody please tell me. Y'all, I was half past hot. Y'all had some cute outfits up in there too. Upset. 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 Be careful on TikTok because it's not the same. It is not the same. It's not the same. It's not run by the same individuals. It is not the same. And of course, when I go back on there to check, like the woman said on the video, scroll, I got scammed. Don't get scammed. I got scammed. Then you go in the comments of the don't get scammed, and it's all these people saying, dang it, too late. I just pushed the button, and I'm sitting there like, yep, me too. Me too. So now I got to have a conversation with Cash App. Luckily, I took the pictures so that I could let them know, like, hey, listen, can we please work this out, please, can you please help me figure this out, please, so you can run me my coinage back, because, and at first when I called them, they said, well, Why you can just go back to the company and dispute the charge. Now here's the problem, right? Because the receipt that was emailed to me said javolia.com. Now, when you go to my Cash App transaction, the Cash App transaction is a collection of letters that don't seem to belong to anything, but it's about 10 letters long, and it's nowhere on the receipt. So I proceeded to ask them, who am I supposed to dispute? Who? But TikTok running around letting people get got. Not only are they running around letting people get got, but I am hearing that they are no longer paying their content creators the way they used to. So all of a sudden, the U.S. done took over TikTok, and all the content creators that was making money on TikTok, entertaining the people, and I don't care what y'all say. Well, now they can go get a job. Shut up, that was their job, entertaining you, so that you can get on there and have a place to go and be mean and bitter and hateful. I keep telling y'all need to go get a hug or something. Speaking of which, it is time for our positivity and affirmations. But yes, my loves, I got on TikTok. I did. Trying to order some clothes to start over. I did. So I'm just going to go back to what I'm familiar with. Because I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't never got nothing bad from Temu. Never. I got more bad stuff from Amazon than I have from Temu, but I think I figured out the formula to ordering from Temu to get exactly what I'm ordering. But if y'all are ready to continue with the show, because we do have a little serious show to get into today, but so I wanted to lighten us up. Y'all know that's how we do with our Jokers Wild. If you are visiting, our Jokers Wild is to help us get jovial, for our tougher matters that we might need to get into, when the actual show kicks off, right? So if y'all ready, make sure you have those glasses, and let's get ready to get into this positivity and these affirmations. Let's go. Are you with me? Are you here? Champagne Gang. Can y'all hear me?
Crushed ice. You and that red silk.
Okay, here we go. Are y'all ready? Champagne Gang, FizzFam, confidants, and visitors to the Champagne City. Come on in. Welcome, come one, come all. How y'all doing today? Y'all energy good? If this is your first time here, hi, I'm the Empris, and you are joining me for grown discussions and bubbly banter. Over here, we get classy with a twist, huh? A little clink with chaos with a side of charm. So if you're ready to sip, savor, and spill, please grab your favorite glass of bubbly. I don't care if it's sparkling water. Kick your feet up in one of those Chase lounges. Say hi to a few people in the chat. Make sure you have your charger, because you don't want your phone dying. We got a lot to get into. You nice and comfy. Turn to the person on your left. Turn to the person on your right. And let them know, I am so happy to see you. And if there's nobody to your left or to your right, baby, you better look at yourself and tell yourself, we are so happy to be here. Raise that glass in the air. It's time for our affirmation. And tonight, we are talking about one more step. Yeah. Today, we don't have to conquer the world. We just have to take one more step than yesterday tried to steal from us. One more breath when the pressure feels loud. One more try when quitting would be easier to explain. One more act of believing in ourselves when doubt keeps presenting old evidence. We are not required to feel fearless. We are required to keep moving anyway. Some days, strength looks like bold leaps. Other days, it looks like getting out of bed when our thoughts are heavy and our hope feels thin. But count. Both are courage. We have survived versions of ourselves that didn't think we would make it this far. That alone means something powerful is still working in us. So today we move, not perfectly, not loudly, not for applause, but forward, with quiet determination that refuses to clock out. We may be healing, we may be rebuilding, we may still be figuring it out, but we are not stuck. We are in motion. And motion, no matter how small, is proof that our story is not over. And if you believe that with me, take your glass and raise it high in the air. Let's toast.
Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help!
Here we go again.
Pink moon on the snow, candy cane, candles burning low. We in the kitchen, silent night, champagne dripping off crushed ice. You in that red silk, wrapped too tight, mistletoe shadow on your thigh.
Enough is enough! I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! These motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane! Everybody strap in! I'm about to open some fucking windows.
What's going on, Champagne Gang? Are y'all ready to open up some windows? Because we need to get into it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Today, we have a very serious subject to get into. I ran across this, and I said it would be amiss of me if I did not take the time to cover it. Savannah Guthrie's mom from the Today Show was listed as missing, and I'm just the reason I'm pausing, y'all, I'm just making sure there was no update since I recently went live. Hold on one second. Make sure y'all say hi to some people in the chat. My voice is low. Okay, hold on one second. Testing. Testing 1, 2. Is that better? Is that better? Do I need more? 1 if it's better, 2 if I need more. 1 if it's better, 2 if I need more. I need more. Y'all, we gonna have to work with it a little bit. You know what? At this point, I just think I need another microphone. Yeah, I done dropped this thing. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Testing. I have dropped this microphone so much. At this point, I need a new one. I started out with this mic, and I got it off Amazon. And y'all, this thing is bae. It's been with me everywhere. Every stream, every live, every video, every. This mic is like Old Faithful. Y'all know y'all got that Old Faithful? That y'all know no matter what happens, y'all know y'all can go back to that one. You know that one always gonna be waiting. Do I sound good? Alright, let's get ready to get into it. Y'all, for a second, let's go to the alley. We are journeying to the alley to have this conversation. Now, one thing that I want to say to y'all, I keep telling y'all that I can't even say that. Since the pandemic, the world has gotten weird. I have been sitting today trying to think back and figure out if there has been a time before in my lifetime, and I was born in 76, where we have seen anything of this magnitude before. I'm trying to think, and I don't think that I have ever experienced anything or seen a moment like this in time where we had all of the recipe together. We got kidnapping, we got a hostage, we got a ransom note, we got the FBI. At this point, where's the BAU? That's my question. At this point, the FBI need to call in the BAU. I am one of those who is a firm believer that the reason things exist on television and the reason they exist in movies is because they happen in real life. And because I feel this way, I feel like there's a real Penelope Garcia somewhere out there that needs to hop on this case real quick. They need to call a Penelope and Olivia Pope. At this point, I don't know what. This is absolutely insane. What makes it even more insane to me is no matter how I try to look at this situation, there is no way this kidnapper walks away from this, allegedly. No way. Savannah Guthrie is too high profile a person. It's not like you got her cameraman who is unseen. Any move you make is broadcast. There's no getting out of this. But because I hadn't really followed the whole story until really yesterday, and I really wanted to look into it and look into the case and see what was going on, and I'm looking at everybody's countdowns and following videos and all of that, and I said, let me jump on the channel, because I know when I was speaking to some of my Champagne gang, there was a lot of my Champagne gang who really didn't know what was going on with this case either. So we're going to journey back to the beginning, and this is probably going to be like multiple parts, because this is still ongoing as far as I know. Hold on. It's not aware of any communication. So there was supposed to be a deadline as of today, a few hours ago, and I don't see any movement online in regards to that. So we're just going to go back to the beginning so that I can catch you guys up, for those of you who have not been following it since the beginning. and we're going to take a look at it. And I want you guys to drop in the comments and let me know what you think, all right? So, these are Nancy's children. In the middle, you have Savannah. On the end, you have Annie Guthrie. Now, she's going to be a person of interest, or should I say a key character in this whole case and this story, allegedly. And then on the right-hand side, you have Cameron Guthrie, which is the brother. So these are the three children of Nancy, who is the woman who is currently missing, right? I have concerns, but I'm not going to say anything. I just want to wait till some more stuff come out, because, you know, a picture can say 1,000 words, but they also say don't judge a book by its cover. And it's not really about the cover, because I think some people would hear me say that and think I'm paying attention to the wrong thing. But what do I always tell you guys? That the eyes are the gateway to the soul. Majority of people, when they don't want you to see their true intention, what do? They hide their eyes or they look away. Be careful of anybody in your life that don't want to look you in your face. Why can't you look at me and have a conversation? But it's something about the eyes that's just, I don't know, something is off. And I haven't put my finger on it yet, but I'm still combing through the details. But I want you to drop in the comments and let me know what you think. Also, let me know if y'all can hear the music. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear the music. Drop a 2 if you want me to turn it up just a little bit. And I know it's not Christmas. Before anybody gets in my chat saying, why is she playing Christmas music? Well, Jesus is always the reason for the season. So, the time you wake up, it's Christmas time. Period. And majority of us are always more jovial and we're happier around Christmas time. Right? And I just love the spirit and the energy of Christmas. Is it just me? How would y'all feel if y'all was able to, like, experience, like, nonstop Christmas, like, for real? Would y'all, not for real, like, not like cold and snow and all of that. I mean, like, the enjoyment of it, the joy, the jovialness of it. I don't even know if that's a word. The excitement, the allure of it, you know, the anticipation. Plus, the song is the bomb. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. But these are her children, and like I said, it's just, I don't know, something about them eyes. Something about the eyes. Now, one of the questions that I had in this, y'all, I was always taught that when you have a situation that don't have answers, follow the money. Follow the money. So my question would be, does it have something to do with her? Do you guys think this has anything to do with Savannah? Not saying that she's involved. Don't get me wrong. Not saying she's not. Allegedly. Now, the name of this segment is called Empris Allegedly. In case I don't say allegedly, you see allegedly going across the top, scrolling in one direction. There's a disclaimer scrolling in the other direction, and straight across her head, it says Empris Allegedly. These are my opinions and my opinions only. But question, if we're going to say that when you can't find an answer to someone, then just follow the money, my question in this will be, above all else, when I first heard about this, who has the most to gain? Or who has the most to lose in this? And sometimes, who's not saying anything at all? A lot of times we spend time looking at the loudest person in the room as the guilty one. No, sometimes you ought to pay attention to the one that ain't saying nothing. Pay attention to them the most. But drop in the comments and let me know, what do you think? Do you guys think it has something to do with Nancy? It could be jealousy. Do you think it could be envy? Y'all know there is a such the sibling rivalry is crazy, and I'm not saying this is what it is. These are just thoughts that I'm throwing out right now. But if in fact you believe this has something to do with Savannah, what do you think it would be? What do you think the common denominator or the link is that attaches Savannah to this situation? Do you think someone's jealous? Do you think someone's envious? Do you think this is about money? Do you think it's about greed? Who would have the most to gain? Who would have the most to lose? Progressive said, I don't know, but historically money and ambition has created the greatest tyranny in time past and present. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. One of our favorite sayings, what is it? Power corrupts. Absolute power absolutely corrupts. When you hear people saying things like, oh, that person got money and change. No, they didn't. That person got money and money amplified who that person was all along. Money doesn't change people. It just gives you the opportunity and the means to be able to act out who you really are. So if she's the connection to this, what do you think it is? Who has the most to gain and who has the most to lose? Drop in the comments and let me know. So now let's look at a timeline of how this started out. So we're going to look at the pre-disappearance, okay? Saturday, January 31st, 2026. 5:32 p.m. Nancy Guthrie, 84, she takes an Uber to a family member's home, reportedly her daughter Annie's, for dinner and a game night. Now, here will be my question. Hold on. Y'all, now let me explain this further so y'all listen. No. Y'all know, for those of you who joined me for the Joker's Wow, I told y'all how I got on TikTok, right? How I got on TikTok. Now, the problem with getting got on TikTok is I had to change all my passwords to everything. Because, no, you ain't going to get me again. So when I got ready to do the show, I had to reset everything up. So if I'm missing some stuff and y'all see me pause because I have to add it, please don't do too much. Just give me a little grace. It's been rough. It's been rough. TikTok got me. And again, I say, TikTok under the red country would never. This new TikTok needs to get it together. Change its name to Tok Tick. I don't know, Tok Tick Tick something. Because it's definitely not the TikTok of old. Glitching. You can barely comment. It's horrible. Give it back. That's what y'all need to. Y'all need to start a hashtag on TikTok. Hashtag give it back. That's what it needs to be. It needs to go back to the original owner. This is what happened when you try to steal somebody else's baby. You don't know how to take care of it because God didn't give it to you. Now it's messing up and glitching and your own people getting scammed since you done took it over. It's a doggone shame. But now I got to add my golden chapeau now that I vented a tad bit. So give me a second because we got to put on our thinking cap. So one moment, make sure your glasses are filled to the rim now. All right? 1 second.
Shadow on your thigh. Gingerbread heart broken, 2 peppermint
Crazy part is I can't even find it in my system, and I just looked at it. But anywho, we're going to put on our thinking caps when it comes to this case. Now, stop and think for a second. Any crime show that you've ever watched, who are the first individuals who are going to be questioned or who are going to be looked at? The last person or persons she was reported with, correct? Right? I want y'all to stop me when I'm wrong. So, 5:32 p.m., she takes an Uber to a family member's home, reportedly her daughter, Annie, for dinner and a game night. 9:48 p.m., family member, son-in-law, drops Nancy off at home in the Catalina foothills area of Tucson, Arizona. Garage door opens. Now, here's my question. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're talking about a little over 4 hours, right? Here will be my question. Did she walk in the house? Or was she carried in the house? How did she get into the house? Would be my question. So, 9:50 it continues and says the garage door closes. Hold on one second. Now I want y'all to think of the questions that you want to ask as we're going along. And the questions that you see, I want you to drop them in the chat. I'm going to put them on the screen. We're going to have a conversation about them. Because this case to me is extremely interesting. There we go. Here's our golden chapeau. So make sure you put them in there. 9:50, garage door closes, right? This is the last time that there's a confirmed sighting of Nancy. So she goes in her house and does nothing. Does she have cameras inside her house? Listen, let me give y'all an idea real quick, right? Let me give y'all, like, somebody out there that likes dogs. You've been sitting at home saying, I have been waiting for somebody to drop the perfect business idea into my head. I love dogs. I am the perfect dog trainer. Right now, with this case, do you know how you will make money? Create you a business training dogs for the elderly. Protection dogs for the elderly. Protection dogs for women. I promise you right now, you have a lot of people who don't like carrying the sticky icky icky. They don't like a weapon. But an animal, oh yes, they love an animal. You train your dogs and sell your, come on now, y'all. Remember, this Agent Orange era, you better figure out other ways to make money than punching a clock. Legally. Ways that's not going to end you up underneath the penitentiary. Not the jail. The penitentiary. Okay, next in the timeline. So, the night of the disappearance. The abduction window is said to be early Sunday, February 1st, 2026, around 1:47 a.m. Doorbell camera at Nancy home disconnects while Wi-Fi feed goes offline. No footage available afterwards. Now, here's another question that I had that I just thought about. Whose idea was the game night? That's another question I have. Whose idea was the game night? These are questions like, as a detective would be asking. Because that might be important. And a lot of people would think, let me pause. A lot of people would think that those kind of questions are being asked to go on a witch hunt, right? But actually, it can work one or two ways, right? You can just as well use that information to catch the person, but you can also use that information to exonerate them as well. So a lot of times it's not always about the witch hunt. Sometimes it's also about the elimination. 2:12 a.m. Motion detected on the doorbell camera. Software registers a person or animal in the area. No video recorded due to lack of subscription. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So she had video cameras, but, well, that doesn't make sense. And hold on, let me pause and thank my research assistant who assisted me with some of these findings and helped me ask and answer some questions and put together timelines, because this has been a long sorted thing. Yeah, I want you guys to drop some champagne glasses and champagne bottles in the chat for Grok. Yep. Yes, Grok. As in Elon Musk Grok. It's T a little bit. I can't even argue because my chat GPT been tripping. I don't know about y'all chat GPT, but I had to go get a side piece because my main piece was on one. So it helped me put this together, but here's my question, because we heard that the camera was disconnected. So why would you disconnect a camera that doesn't have a subscription? That's another one of those things that make you say, 2:28 a.m. Nancy's pacemaker monitoring app loses connection to her phone, indicating possible removal of device or loss of signal. This is a key indicator something was wrong. So this was at 2:28 a.m. So now the question would be, what happened between 1:47 a.m. and 2:28 a.m.? So literally this was almost an hour in encounter. This is why a lot of people are thinking that this could be an inside job. Because an hour, you don't spend an hour at someone's house unless you understand routine. You know who's coming in and not out. Better yet, who's not coming in and out. When you're dealing with elderly people, especially when you're dealing with someone in their 80s, you're talking about someone who's, for the most part, stuck in their routine. They're not going to break that. So either someone was watching Miss Guthrie, Mama Guthrie, or someone already knew what her routine was. Because an hour is a long time. For 45 minutes, 10 minutes, anything over 10 minutes is too long to be in the house of someone that you don't know. You don't know their routine. You don't know if somebody gonna come back. A gang of somebodies are gonna come back. So let's continue. So, discovery and initial response, Sunday, February 1st, 2026. So, that morning, Nancy fails to attend her regular Sunday church service. It's a routine she rarely missed, right? 11:56 a.m., concerned family members alerted by churchgoers arrive at her home for a welcome check. They find the front door ajar, her purse and phone untouched on the kitchen counter, and blood smears near the entrance, later confirmed as hers via DNA testing. 2:03 p.m., family calls 911 to report her missing. 12:15 p.m., Pima County Sheriff's deputies arrive and secure the scene as a potential crime scene. No signs of forced entry noted initially. Home shows evidence of a struggle via blood trail. Few things in here, right? Now, one of the things that we're going to get into is that whole first thing about a routine she rarely missed. Yeah, come to find out, she rarely missed service, but she attended service virtually. She didn't even attend service in person. So whoever this individual is that allegedly alerted her daughter and her husband that she wasn't in church, have we found out who this individual was, or if this individual even exists? Now, front door is ajar. It doesn't say the front door is broken. It doesn't say the front door is damaged. It then, thank you, boo, and welcome into the Champagne City Father Lot. Was you listening when I told the people how TikTok almost got me? What am I talking about almost? TikTok got me for $50 plus $15 express shipping, trying to buy me some clothes for the new job, you know. Thinking I had found a deal and the Lord was blessing me, and it was sent straight from the pits of, matter of fact, that deal was sent from the bottom of the stairs at the base of hell where the fires are formed at. That's where that video and that deal was sent from. And TikTok still have them running around so people can still keep getting scammed. It's crazy. Scammy, right? Look, I'm gonna play with AI and create the song. We got to at this point. Got me. Got me. But thank you, my love. So now listen. Her purse and her phone are untouched in the kitchen. What does it say to you if an individual's phone and purse are untouched? Does that sound to you like a stranger? Phone is untouched. Purse is untouched. Or does that sound like something went horribly wrong in the heat of the moment and they was just out of there? What do you think? Drop in the comments and let me know. 12:03 p.m. Family calls 911 to report her missing. Who made the 911 call? I would love to know. 12:15 p.m. Pima County Sheriff's deputies arrive and secure the scene as a potential crime scene. Now, there are no signs of forced entry noted initially. Again, that's why I say this is starting to sound more and more like this is someone she knew. The door wasn't kicked in. It was just ajar, meaning it was open. Meaning maybe she opened the door for them, allegedly, let them in. There was a struggle, whatever happened. They left back out, didn't secure the door. Again, that lets you know that this was like done in haste. The door is not secure. The purse is left and the phone is left. If it was a stranger, I would try to get rid of traces because I wouldn't want to make it seem like something went wrong. Somehow, this looks like somebody wanted individuals to know something went wrong. This ain't a guess. This ain't for play. And then they said they saw a blood trail. So the investigation and the developments, February 2nd through 8th, which was yesterday, February the 2nd, authorities publicly announced foul play. Case ruled as abduction, kidnapping. Multi-agency search begins. Pima. Now, mind you, hold on one second. Mind you, this happened January 31st. January 31st, right? February 2nd, authorities publicly announced foul play. The family called 911 on the 1st, 12:03 p.m. On February 2nd, authorities announced foul play. My question would be, how much did you do to try to find her between February 1st and February 2nd while you were trying to determine or figure out whether or not you were going to mark it as foul play? At what point does the FBI automatically step in when a case gets too big for a police department to handle? That would be my question. At what point do you say, hey, you know what? This one right here might be above our pay grade. Matter of fact, FBI, you need to call the FBI for this one. Because this happened under everybody's nose. Right after she left a family dinner with her daughter and her son-in-law. And again, I'm going to go back and ask, if we are going to do, like I said, and follow the money, do you think it has to do with her? Two questions are going to be my consistent. Who has the most to gain out of this? Who has the most to lose out of this? If we, in fact, say, when we can't find an answer to something, follow the money trail, where does the money trail lead in this? Who is she worth more to not living? Maybe that's the question. Multi-agency search begins. It begins on the 2nd. So you weren't searching on the 1st? Pima County Sheriff's Office, FBI drones, K-9 units, helicopters scanning desert areas. But do you know how far a person can make it in a day? In a day? My auntie and my cousin made it from New York to Chicago in 8 hours. In her little Porsche or whatever. Do you know how far a person can get in a day? Yeah, at this point, where's Hotch? We need Hotch. We need Huck. We need Olivia. That's my team. And Penelope. Hotch, Huck, Olivia, hold on. What was Huck's girlfriend name on Scandal? Because I'm missing a teammate. Which one? Oh my gosh. I see her face. And I can't think of her name. Somebody drop her name. What was Huck's girlfriend name in Scandal? I need her. I need her. I need Huck. I need Hotch. I need Penelope. They need somebody. Because clearly, everybody's lost. They just passing the buck instead of everybody sitting at the table and saying, okay, let's put our heads together and figure out how this can happen and what's the best escape route. Somebody on the team needs to be right now sitting down watching some old Criminal Minds shows, looking at how Hotch and Gideon sat down and figured out some of this stuff to figure out how to bring this woman home. Quinn, thank you. Thank you, Progressive. How to bring her home. And I'm not understanding. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Yes, we will. The 4th, the FBI formally joins first public family plea video released by Savannah Guthrie and siblings describing Nancy as vulnerable due to health issues, which really makes this really sad and concerning and really, everybody on edge because she does have medication that she needs. Now, here's the thing that would be interesting to me, right? Riddle me this. Now, I need y'all to follow me. If, in fact, they have already said there is no way for her to live past a few days without her medication, sounds to me like someone must have her medication. If, in fact, she's still alive, which we're praying for her safe return, that somebody's just being an asshole and needs to be. I want to keep this about Nancy and not about the asshole that took her. So listen, y'all get it? Otherwise, there's no way for her to still be alive. They've already said she needs it within 3 days. We're going into day 10. Somebody has to have her medication. Who would know what her medication is if, in fact, she's still alive? Progressive said, guess the mama would have to have the ruby red shoes on to be found. Man, I'm just saying, click them together or something, which would also mean premeditation. Exactly. It would mean premeditation, and it would also mean planning, which this really, to me, is starting to look like. Also plotted. All them P's. Premeditated, planning, and plotted. All of the above. Absolutely. Because again, I say, nobody is going into the house of anybody else and being there anywhere near their vicinity for anywhere close to an hour, 45 minutes either, without you already knowing somebody is not going to be there, or knowing that somebody goes to sleep by a certain time. That makes you familiar. People, you know what? My mama used to tell us when we was kids, don't bring everybody by my house. Don't you have all them friends of yours in my house? Because 9 times out of 10, when your house get broken into, it's not a stranger, it's somebody that you know. And if it is a stranger, it's because somebody that you knew gave them the roadmap to your house. In order for these individuals to be in her home for that amount of time, let's go back. I gotta go back. Is it 2? Yep, here we go. In order for them to be in there this amount of time, they would have to already know what's going on. Or, let me go back one more. Or, when this garage door shut, she wasn't by herself. Did anybody stop and think to ask that question? At 9:50 p.m., when that garage door closed, how are they able to confirm that she was alone? Does she have cameras in her home or not? That would be my question. Okay, where are we at? Okay, so, and we're going to get into the press conference. Not today. I just kind of want to go into some of the details. We are going to watch some videos, but a few of those press conferences are quite lengthy, so I want to be able to watch them and kind of chop them up so that I give you pertinent parts to it. But President Trump pledges federal resources via Trump Social after speaking with Savannah. Interesting. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos holds press conference releasing detailed timeline above. Cryptocurrency ransom note sent to media. One hoax leads to an arrest. Others probed. Family releases second plea video. $50,000 FBI reward announced for information leading to Nancy's recovery or arrest / conviction of the perpetrators. Now, here's the crazy part, right? They put up a $50K FBI reward on. Originally, they said the ransom note was for $6 million. You put up a $50K reward on a $6 million ransom? Do you think the people is boo-boo the fool? They sitting there waiting for you to up that ransom sum. Yeah. There's probably somebody right now who knows exactly where she is, exactly what's going on, and they sitting there like, you're dumb. You've already told us that the ransom is $6 million. So if you can potentially pay $6 million for a ransom, why would I give you information for only $50,000? Who runs these agencies? I just feel like that was dumb. Is it just me? Am I overthinking? Yep, y'all didn't see that immediately. That didn't even $1 million. You mean you only offering $50K on $1 million ransom? I think even the kidnapper allegedly probably looked at that like, oh, he think I'm a joke. They think it's a game. Did I get it all? Hold on. There is the number. I did list that on here. The number, if you do have any tips in regards to this case, they do want you to call 1-800-CALL-FBI and let them know if you have any tips, if you saw anything, if you were near anything, if you felt anything, if you witnessed anything, if something you saw out your peripheral, because nobody can tell me. And I understand that the houses in this area are a little distant, but you're not going to tell me, did nobody see no car driving down the street? Nobody saw nothing. Nobody at all that can be identified. You know what? In today's day and age, I don't know if I will have my 84-year-old mother living that far out away from civilization, where if something happened, nobody would be able to know because the houses are so far apart without some kind of system set up to notify me if something goes wrong. And I understand some of our parents are stubborn. They extremely stubborn. They ain't gonna listen to what you gotta say anyway. But still, at least you tried to let them know, look, it's about your safety. You gotta remember the times have changed. This is not the 60s or the 70s. Hell, baby, this ain't even the 80s or the 90s. I still felt safe then. Let's go to the next slide. What do y'all think about this? What are your questions? It's investigation and developments. I'm finna grab some water, y'all. Hold on one moment. Alright, she back. So investigation and developments, February 2nd through the 8th, 2026. So this one would be the February 6th. So there was a new message, an email referencing Nancy's Apple Watch and a floodlight as potential proof of life. received, and under forensic analysis, searches continue. No major breakthroughs reported. Again, I say, and as we go through this, I want y'all to let me know, because I'm still trying to think back and I can't remember a time in the history of me that I have ever seen anything like this before. On movies, yeah. I saw Taken. I did. That's why I named this Taken 2026. Because what the hell? This is like we are a part of some kind of crazy live action murder mystery story or something. Like it doesn't feel real anymore. Do that make sense to y'all? Everything just feels off. Like it's a simulation. Y'all, I went back and I watched The Matrix, and we gonna continue. But I'm going somewhere. I watched The Matrix, and because I hadn't seen The Matrix Part 1 in so long, I completely forgot that the whole premise of The Matrix was the fact that basically AI got strong and started fighting us for our stuff. And because we weren't strong enough to defeat it in any other way, we figured the only way to defeat it was to shut out the sun, would somehow cut off the energy source that it needed to survive. And it just started using the machines, and we ended up in a whole war. Like, y'all don't like be walking or at work and just be like, interesting. It feels like off. Like almost like you can pinch it or something. I don't know. Drop in the comments and let me know what you think. But apparently the kidnapper allegedly sent an email letting them know that there was an issue with the floodlight because it was moved, it was broken, and referencing Nancy's Apple Watch. Now, this does not mean that she is still living. Again, we are praying for her safe return. But because they received an email that was referencing that she was still referencing items that would let the police know they are familiar with the crime scene, it does not mean that she is still alive. And it should not be taken to mean that she is still alive just because they can give you information. February 7th, third family plea video posted offering to pay for her return. Caption, bring her home. The searches intensify. Investigation and developments continue February 8th. Ongoing. This was as of 9 a.m. on the 8th yesterday. Search enters day 8. No suspects named publicly. No confirmed proof of life. Investigations include reviewing tips, prior suspicious white van sightings, digital forensics, and neighborhood canvassing. Family and authorities continue appeals. Nancy remains missing, classified as a vulnerable adult due to age, mobility issues, and need for daily medication. We're going to keep saying this, need for daily medication. Need for daily medication. So if she has to have her medication daily, and we are going into day 10, is it? How exactly can she still be alive unless the individuals that have her also have her medication? Hold on, watch this, because our golden chapeau is on our screen. It's our thinking cap. It can't be her medication from in the house, because if the medication from in the house was missing, then they wouldn't be concerned about her not getting her medicine. There it is. So this individual, if in fact she is still alive, would have to have medication for her that they did not take out of the house for her. You know, maybe a pill or three out of a bottle. I'm starting to wonder if Miss Nancy ever complained about some of her pills missing and she thought maybe she dropped them down a drain or dropped them on the floor or accidentally took more than one dosage or anything. Yeah, those are the kind of questions that I would start to ask in situations like this. Because how is she going without medicine she needs daily and you still think she's alive? And the bigger question could be this, y'all. Have y'all ever stopped to think about maybe the family know exactly who did it? Or where she is and what's going on? But they can't say, so they're trying to use the news to do it for them? I'm just thinking of all angles. Drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Now, let's switch. Now I want us to get into a few things. Now, I want you guys to know that this is Nancy's son-in-law that's on the screen. Now, the interesting thing is about Nancy's son-in-law is that he has been implicated in this situation. Now, I told you guys in the beginning, right, that she allegedly, the night before she ended up missing, went out to eat at a dinner at her daughter and son-in-law's house, and then she went back home. My question again is, how did she get home? That would be another question. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me today. That would be another question. How did she drive? Like, did they pick her up and drop her back off at home? Did she drive herself and drive back home? Like, how did she get there and get back? That's another question. Now, I'm throwing out random questions for y'all. What I want y'all to do is throw some questions in the chat for me. Let me know the questions that you have regarding this case and what just, the part that just doesn't sit well and make sense. Because sometimes it's that one weird, funky part that, yeah, but that don't seem like it should matter. That really actually might matter. And they're probably not asking the question. So drop in the comments and let me know what you think, all right? Where do we want to go? So now, as I was saying, the son-in-law has been looked at or has been labeled by different media outlets as a potential suspect. Now, of course, in traditional police fashion, as of late, they're deny. The police starting to deny like they committing the crime. They don't want to tell y'all nothing no more. They ain't answering no questions. They don't want to release no information. So the police have since come out and said no. Apparently they never officially labeled this guy as a person of interest. But here's my question though. Why? Why wouldn't you label him as a person of interest? Him and Annie, as a matter of fact, him, Annie, and anyone else that was at that dinner the night before are all persons of interest. Do you know why? Because they are the last people to see her alive. Why are they not people of interest? Do you know something that you haven't shared that absolutely excludes them from being persons of interest, but you don't want to say because you don't want to tip off the kidnapper to the potentiality of you knowing? I don't know. Drop in the comments and let me know what you think. But let's continue. This was the breaking news article that I happened to find. Hold on, let me move me out the way. Let me get me out the way. And y'all, we gonna continue this because like I said, I did my first deep dive yesterday. And if y'all could please do me a favor. Hold on. I told y'all I done had to reset up my whole show because I had to change passwords and everything. One second. Yep, that right there. Can you do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button for me? Also, do me a favor and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. We have several different sectors, and we also have several different channels that are a part of the Champaign City. Thank you for coming in and being a part. So please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe. Consider becoming one of us. Alright, so this was the initial. If you want to support the channel, the Cash App is in the description. I forgot to pull the picture up, and I don't want to pause y'all show to go search for nothing else. So please look in the description. The Cash App is in there if you want to support the channel. Our channel is not monetized. We are not monetized. Everything that you see on the screen, the shows, the intros, everything is created by me. I'm a one-woman show. All of this research and everything. So if you want to support the channel, hit the Cash App. You can send a super chat. You can send a super thanks. A like is free. A subscribe is free. Hey, they got a vibe button. You can, no, vibe, not vibe, we're vibe, hype. They have a hype button. You can hype up the video. So hype us up, please. We are on our road to being monetized. We are trying to get our 4,000 watch hours. We had them last year, but it reset, so we trying to catch them again. Please, during your downtime, go to our home channel, grab one of those playlists and binge. Help us hit those 4K watch hours. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, back to the show. So this was the breaking news when it came out, talking about the missing person, vulnerable adult Nancy Guthrie, 84 years of age, female, 5'5", 150 pounds. Saturday, January 1st. This is kind of the timeline that they put out, which is really what I showed to you on my screenshots.
Tonight, during the agonizing wait for answers, now 6 days into the search for Nancy Guthrie, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department say they are aware of a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie and are actively inspecting it for its authenticity. Authorities have not said what the message contains, but NBC News has reviewed a copy of what authorities describe as a possible ransom note sent to 3 news organizations earlier this week. The contents of that first letter are consistent with the descriptions provided by the FBI, including the 2 deadlines, last night at 5 and this coming Monday.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you.
Moments after the first deadline passed from that original ransom note, Savannah posted this video of her brother pleading for whoever may have taken their 84-year-old mother to send proof of life.
We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
It's unclear if the new message tonight is connected. Experts say waiting is now all the family can do.
Actors are the ones in control right now. They are controlling everything from information to the health and well-being of Savannah's mother. And they're also gating the ability to be in contact with them or not.
This as investigators on the ground continue their search. The sheriff tells us they've now spoken to everyone who regularly worked at Nancy's home.
I think there was a landscape crew, a pool maintenance crew, maybe a housekeeper. They've all been very cooperative. They provided certain information that was helpful to us.
Detectives are also still searching the neighborhoods for any video evidence.
We also go outside to our businesses and say, could you do us a favor? And every camera you have facing out to the roadways, get us that. And we've gotten some great response from different large businesses.
This is one of the biggest intersections close to Nancy Guthrie's home. Beyond just the businesses, they're also looking at the cameras on these street lights. In fact, the sheriff tells us they have the footage from here, along with every intersection with cameras across the city. Part of the challenge finding footage from those overnight hours is that the residential area is also extremely dark with few street lights. This is what it looks like driving at night. The disappearance of Savannah's mom igniting an outpouring of love from her fans to her dearest friends. Today, Hoda joining the Today Show.
I think there's like this helpless feeling. I mean, we're all so close with her and we all want to help her. And like, I'm looking at us and I was thinking like, who was first in the hospital room when Hope was sick? Savannah.
Right.
Who hopped on a plane when your parents?
Oh my gosh.
Savannah.
First person.
Who was sitting by Uche? How about when your brother passed?
Savannah.
I mean, she was there. And I was thinking this morning, I was like, what? You know, they say like love is patient. Like love is kind. Like we'll be patient. And put prayers up, and you know, that's all we can do.
Feeling of helplessness.
Yeah.
And we're not helpless because it's prayer.
Yeah.
It's hope.
We got that.
Prayer and hope. Prayer and hope.
Prayers and hope, exactly what the family is asking for.
And Liz joins us now live. Liz, we are learning about a possible vehicle of interest in this case.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. We should stress that we do not know if ultimately this is going to be connected to Nancy Guthrie, but NBC News has learned that law enforcement received a tip about a possible vehicle or vehicles of interest at a local Circle K gas station. A spokesperson for Circle K says that officials did show up at their store and reviewed their surveillance footage, and they are now cooperating with the investigation. Tom?
We hope and pray that's a potential lead there. All right, Liz, we thank you for that. I want to bring in Tom Winter. And Tom, you've been talking to law enforcement sources all day. What can you tell us about this new message we know about?
Sure, Tom. So 3 officials briefed on this letter tell NBC News that it came into a local station, KOLD-TV, earlier today, and they notified law enforcement immediately. Officials say confirming the authenticity and origin of the email will take some time, though. That's because this email and the one sent earlier this week were both sent in ways that make them very difficult to trace. So not only are investigators trying to confirm if they are both authentic, but they're working to determine if they were sent from the same account, as well as if they actually came from whoever took Nancy Guthrie over 6 days ago. All of this takes time, and it's already been an incredibly agonizing wait for the Guthrie family.
Now, y'all understand why I keep saying they need Penelope. They need Penelope. Call in the BAU. Y'all think I'm being funny. I am low-key, but call in the BAU. At this point, y'all need somebody else on this case, because we have never seen anything like this. Now, y'all drop in the chat and tell me, when have you seen a kidnapping, a hostage situation, a ransom of a high-profile figure like this, and it wasn't on TV, in a movie, in a TV show? Y'all let me know. This is unheard of. All roads lead to what? Who was getting too close to what? Who knew what? Who saw what? Who being punished for what? Is Nancy being punished for the indiscretions of someone else? What is the connection here? Does anyone in this family have any ties to anything technical? Did anyone discover a new chip? Did somebody create or invent a supercomputer? Who is this family? Because now I have even more questions. The reason why I have even more questions is because she stated the way the ransom note was sent, it made it virtually untraceable. Now, we do know this ransom note was sent to, there was a ransom note sent to TMZ, and TMZ really starting to get on my nerves. Like, I can't even make it up. Like, TMZ, who y'all need to be investigating at this point. Every time I turn around, why am I hearing, TMZ got the tip. TMZ heard about it. They called TMZ. TMZ got the ransom note. Somebody told TMZ that the body that was in David's trunk was that of Celeste. Who is TMZ? I almost said something, but I'm trying to be demure and classy. What is it? How do they keep getting all of this breaking news? Y'all know what it made me think of? Do y'all remember in the movie Bruce Almighty when Bruce ended up getting like the God complex from the God power he had? And all of a sudden he started making stuff happen and being there when all this stuff started happening, like all the drugs in the truck. That's what this makes me think of with TMZ. Every time I see a new case come out, TMZ broke it first. TMZ. I was listening to one of the investigators who was live outside of Nancy's house because they've been, Lord, just search and search. And he even said, like, how are they getting this information? It was a few of them. That's who needs to be investigated, in my opinion. Who giving y'all these tips? What y'all think? Y'all think TMZ low-key the feds? They got some federally attachments? Drop in the comments and let me know. But, okay, where we go now? Let's check this out.
Tonight, during the agonizing wait for answers, now 6 days into the search for Nancy Guthrie, the FBI.
We did that one. Hold on. So I think we already went through this because we saw the sheets. We don't need to necessarily go back through the timeline. But let me play this for you.
Wait for answers. Now 6 days into the...
Hold on.
Search for Nancy Guthrie. The FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department say they are aware of a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie and are actively inspecting it for its authenticity. Authorities have not said what the message contains, but NBC News has reviewed a copy of what authorities describe as a possible ransom note sent to 3 news organizations earlier this week. The contents of that first letter are consistent with the descriptions provided by the FBI, including the 2 deadlines, last night at 5 and this coming Monday.
Whoever is out there holding our mother.
This coming Monday would be, speaking of, today.
Want to hear from you.
Moments after the first deadline passed from that original ransom note, Savannah posted this video of her brother pleading for whoever may have taken their 84-year-old mother to send proof of life.
Now we're going to get into that. Let me see if they show anything else.
The timeline, I think we've got it on the board, do we not? This is a timeline that we have been able to develop with some of the things that we've had processed. Various pieces of electronics that we've gathered. And you look at some of this, and I know you're going to say, well, why did it take you so long to get this to us, Sheriff? Well, because one thing, it's got to go out and be processed at different lab sites. And sometimes that stuff comes back to us. And like you, we have questions. And we say, wait a minute, what is this about? What about this? Could it be that? And so it's sent back or it's sent somewhere else. So, and that's happening with all of the things we see, that process, that review, and that questioning of, all right, what is it we're looking at? So I'll go over it with you. You can see it on the board there, but at about 5:32 p.m., these are approximate times. 5:32 p.m., Nancy travels to her local family's home for dinner and playing games with the family, just visiting. At 9:48 p.m., which is very consistent to what we were told.
Again, my question is, who planned this family night? Who all was at the family night? How did she get to the family night? Did she go by herself? I think, did she take an Uber? How did she get there? Those are my questions.
By the family, that Nancy was dropped off at home, and we know that because we have a garage door open at approximately, I can't stress that enough, at approximately 9:48 p.m. At 9:50 p.m.
Okay, got it. So here we go, right? This leads even more to my question. This makes me ask that question even more. So she was dropped off by her family, it says. Family drops Nancy off at home and garage door opens. See, I got my cute little slides. I keep telling y'all, even when it comes to me, trust nothing, question everything. Now you're able to see on another timeline that it's exactly the same. And I still have the same exact question. The family dropped Nancy off at the house, right? Do we know if Nancy was walking when she went in the house? Do we know this? Did she walk into the house? How did she get into the house? Who dropped Nancy off? Was it just the son? Was it the son and the daughter? Remember, I'm watching this with y'all. I did the deep dive, pulled the stuff, did the slides and stuff. I'm still going through it. So, was it just the son-in-law, or was it the son-in-law and her daughter? Remember, this is 2026, and if you've been with us any amount of times, then you already know we cannot look and say, just because it was a daughter, it couldn't happen. Hell, that's who you should look at, number one, when it comes to a case like this in 2026. The way families are turning on each other today, please. Please. It says the garage door opens, garage door closes. Now, here's my question again. Why did the garage door open if she didn't drive? Was that the way she normally goes into her home? Or does she use a front door? Because why are we using the garage door? That would be my question, right? Then it says the garage door closes. Now, here's my other question. Is she the one that closed the garage door? Now, I need you to put on your golden chapeau and stop and think for a minute, right? Who's to say, and I said it before, but I'm saying it again. Who's to say when that garage door shut that she was alone? Have they stopped to think about the possibility that when that garage door shut at 9:50 p.m., whoever shut that garage door at 9:50 p.m. was already there when the doorbell disconnected at 1:47 a.m.? Have we thought about this? Now we're going to continue.
That garage door closes. Because that time we assume that Nancy's home and probably going to bed. Sunday morning, early morning at 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera disconnects. At 2:12 a.m., software detects a person on a camera, but there's no video available. They had no subscription, and therefore it would rewrite itself. It just kind of loops, right, and covers up. That's
something else that's odd to me, right? I need y'all to stay with me. Y'all got on y'all golden chapeaus. Now we need to think. For those of you who watching in the background, who not commenting, it's okay. It's okay. I love my, silent assassins. I really do. And I need you to think from the background for me. Feed it to me. I feel you. I feel your energy. Feed it to me. Here's another thing I want to know, right? With someone as high profile as, and y'all keep forgetting I gotta hold this mic. Y'all gotta give me another mic. I really do. I do. That's the next purchase on the list. Somebody asked me why don't I come on the screen, because I need another green screen. I gotta get another green screen. I told y'all I'm in the middle of the transition. I started a job in a new state, and everything that I own, clothes, everything is in a totally different state. Everything, I came because I don't never go anywhere without the computer. So I brought my computer, I had my headphones, and I had my trusty microphone, is what I came with. And I came here to drop my grandson off and go back home. And I ended up getting a phone call about a job offer. I did. So, but this mic has been with me since the beginning of my YouTube journey. And I think she just a little elderly. I think that's what it is. I think I gotta retire her and upgrade. But you know how when you loyal, you be trying to make it work, even though you see like it's slowly fading out. Like I'm holding the mic to my mouth like one of them Pentecostal Baptist preachers on Sunday morning. When they closing, they had their mouth all the way up on the microphone. And God said, you know. All right, let me get back to Nancy. Okay, pull it together. Okay, pull it together. But here's my question. Why would someone who is as high profile as Savannah Guthrie, why would your mother's software for her doorbell camera not have a subscription? Apparently her doorbell camera is one of those that record. Love them. I used to have Vivint. Live by it. If you need a good security system, wait a minute, are they still in business? Because I ain't had them in 2 years. If you need a good security system, if they still have it, Vivint. Vivint. Yes. Yes. And those cameras could see all the way around and for long distances. Pick up, record, rewind. You can cut, copy, and paste. Everything. You need security in 2026. Stop acting like it's 1980, please. This is no longer the day and age where you can fall asleep on your porch and not worry about nothing happening. This ain't that day and age. No, it's not. It's not. It's no longer the day and age where you can leave your mama alone in the middle of nowhere because she might want to be ornery and think she can take care of herself, and she got it without some form of protection. A dog, a giraffe, a gorilla outside the door. I don't know what to tell you. But why does Mama Guthrie not have a subscription on her video camera? And everybody got money. But I digress. Let's continue.
What our analysis teams have told us. We're not done with that. We'll do all we can, but that's what it says. So that detects a person on camera. Could that be an animal? I imagine that's possible. We don't know that. We just have no video. But we're not giving up on that. 228. Nancy's pacemaker app shows that it was a disconnect from the phone. And at 11:56 a.m.,
Progressive gotta do a little song. Gotta do a little song. You should see the way I'm holding this mic. I can't even show it to you. Y'all should see how close this mic is. And what makes it even funnier is the fact that it's not a handheld mic. It's a desk mic. But I'm holding it like at the bottom of it up to my mouth so that y'all can hear me. because if I sit it on the desk, then I sound extremely far away. And it's just, my girl getting old. That's all that is.
Family checks on Nancy and discovers her missing. And at 12:03 p.m., 911 is called in to the Pima County Sheriff's Department. I believe it's about approximately 10 minutes later, 12 minutes later, our patrol teams arrive. They see the scene, and we start our response with our search and rescue teams and our detectives from homicide and various units. In fact, every unit here, I think somebody questioned, how come there's an ICAC member out here or this member? Everybody in our criminal investigations team is a part of this team and part of this investigative effort.
Tonight, in that new video.
So that was them. Okay, I don't want to go there yet. Talking about the case. And again, the police department has received a lot of scrutiny when it comes to this case. And the reason they've received a lot of scrutiny when it comes to this case is because of the amount of time that the people feel that it has taken for them to actually take action. Start searching, bring in the dogs, bring in the helicopters. Still, I have questions as to why the individuals who should be prime suspects are not prime suspects right now. That would mean the last individual she was seen with, which is everybody that was at this so-called dinner party that she went to the night before, when she was dropped off by either her son-in-law and her daughter, or her daughter. But check this out.
We start with breaking news. The FBI has just confirmed that they're going door to door in Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood. Good evening. I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Mark Curtis. Authorities moved into the neighborhood almost immediately after we learned that a second message regarding Nancy's disappearance was sent to a local TV station in Tucson.
Let's begin our team coverage with 12 News journalist Maria Stobbs, who is live outside of Nancy's house right now.
And Maria, what are you seeing there?
Well, Mark Kariba, the scene is still very active with the road to Nancy Guthrie's home still blocked off. It started about an hour and a half ago when Pima County Sheriff's deputies blocked off the road to make room for the FBI to get in. And at the time, media outlets were inside, but they made them all evacuate so that way the FBI could come in and, like we were saying, talk to neighbors, continue to search properties, and also search Nancy's home. Now, I want to show you some aerial footage that we took earlier this afternoon. About within the past hour, you can see several FBI units and Pima County Sheriff's vehicles outside of Nancy Guthrie's home. The FBI also confirmed again they're out in the neighborhood searching properties, talking to neighbors to see if anyone has any information. They say this is a routine part of a process like this, but this does also come shortly after reports did come in of that second note being sent to a Tucson station, which the FBI says they are still investigating, so we're still working to learn more what that connection is and if it is a legitimate note.
Maria, do we know if this response that we're seeing is something that's tied to the note, or is it just normal follow-up by the FBI when it comes to a situation like this?
So the FBI has said this is a routine part of a process like this, going door to door, talking to neighbors again, searching the properties of neighbors and of Nancy Guthrie's home again. So they say this is process, but again, this did come just about a half hour after we learned of reports of that second note, so there very well could be a connection that we're still working to learn about.
All right, Maria Stobbs there outside of Nancy Guthrie's home in Tucson. We want to continue our coverage now by heading over to Tramway. She is live outside of Nancy Guthrie's daughter's home, that is Annie Guthrie. And Tram, what is the latest there?
Yeah, it is interesting to piggyback off of Maria and what she was saying, that the timing.
That's what's interesting to me about this whole thing, Progressive. Like, why Nancy? Like, these are the questions that I would have to ask. Why her? Why Savannah's mom? Or Cameron's mom? Or Annie's mom? Like, why Nancy? Of all people. This is a ritzy neighborhood. Any one of those houses could have been chosen, right? Why Nancy? Why her? Because I mean, y'all, like, I need y'all to really think about this, right? There is no way these kidnappers escape this. If there are really kidnappers. There's no way. There's no way these she is the face of the Today Show. This is an international show. Has been on it for years. Her face is everywhere. There is nowhere, no way you move, you ask questions, you cash in money, you send Bitcoin, and you are not alerted. Digital money has a digital footprint, dum diddy. Whether they tell you it do or not. You don't think they have a way to trace what they sent out? Why Nancy is my question. That's the question they need to be asking. Why Nancy? Why Savannah's mom? Why Cameron's mom? Why Annie's mom? I think his name is Tomasio. Why his mother-in-law? Why Nancy? Of all the people in this area, why her? And then here's the other thing that's like throwing me for a loop in this situation, right? Why do you keep sending the ransom notes to TMZ? Are you looking for notoriety or money? What are we looking for here? Or are you just trying to buy yourself some time so that you can try to figure out how to get up out this jam? Like, what do y'all really think is going on here? Now, I need y'all to remember, we've already established in the beginning, right? Her purse was left. Her phone was left. The door was ajar. Not kicked in. It didn't say broken. The police have never said the frame was shattered. There was any damage to the frame at all. So that means it was either opened or it was either opened by her or opened by someone who already had access. Let's put it like that. For it not to be kicked in. So how did they get in? And then they left her phone and her purse still there. Why would a kidnapper leave your phone and your purse still there? Why? Why? To me, that seems like the most minute, but the dumbest, but one of the most telltale signs in the situation, because why would you leave her purse and her phone? This sounds very sporadic, even though they trying to make it look planned. It almost sounds like something went wrong. Now we have to plan our way out of it. Yep, let's throw out a ransom note. They didn't honor the first ransom note. What about the second? But I'm still not understanding Nancy's connection. Was Savannah covering a story? Was Cameron involved in some kind of story? Annie and her husband, were they involved in some shady stuff on the side? Because y'all know back in the day, like old school justice, like when I say old school justice, I mean like really old school justice. Old school justice was, I would do something to your family to make you hurt for playing with me. That's the way they handle stuff in the old school. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I'm gonna touch what's closest to you to send a message to you. Do you think that's what this situation is? Throw some ideas out there for me, y'all. What do y'all think is going on? Why Nancy? That might be the question, the thumbnail verbiage for the next show. Why Nancy?
Of that message that was sent to that local TV station, and then shortly afterwards the fact that authorities and law enforcement moved in to that neighborhood, it does seem a little coincidental. But again, as I was reading from the Pima County Sheriff's Office, they put out a statement that said that detectives continue to conduct follow-up at the home and in the surrounding neighborhood. But back out here, this is just about 10 minutes away from where Maria is at Nancy Guthrie's home. This is the home of Annie Guthrie. That is Savannah's sister and daughter of Nancy. This vehicle that you see right here, this is actually security. They have had security pretty much 24/7 from the day that this incident of this alleged kidnapping took place on Sunday. We do know that right now it is pretty quiet. It has been pretty quiet for the past couple of days, but also we were told that this home is actually where the Guthrie family, so the siblings, Annie, Cameron, and Savannah, they made their public plea not once, but twice. Not a lot of information has come out of the Pima County Sheriff's Office. Again, they are intensely scrutinizing every lead and every tip that they are getting, but we can tell you that there is still no suspect or person of interest in this case. So here's where we stand as of now. Again, the blood on the porch tested positive, belonging to Nancy Guthrie at her home. We know that a ransom note was sent to several news outlets, and we want to stress that that ransom note still has not been determined yet if it is legitimate. According to one of the TV stations that got that note, the station says it made a specific demand for several $1 million in Bitcoin by Thursday at 5 p.m. and threatened to kill her if payment was not received by Monday. Now, we have not been told anything about a time frame for Monday's deadline. We know that yesterday, Nancy's son Cameron, he made a plea on social media shortly after 5 p.m., saying that the family wants to talk and is waiting for contact from whoever has their mother. Cameron's message was made a day after his sisters Savannah and Annie, along with Cameron, made their first public plea on Wednesday, asking for the safe return of their mother. Also yesterday, our sister station in Tucson interviewed Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos. He said he is still confident that they will find Nancy.
I have all the faith in the world in my team. They're a great team. You've seen their work themselves. A homicide out in the middle of nowhere, and in 24 hours they've arrested 2 or 3 people. I mean, time and time again, they prove I have to have faith in that. And I know people say, well, what proof do you have she's alive? And I said, what proof do you have that she's not? She's here. We're going to find her.
And of course, many people have faith that she will hopefully be found safe and alive. Again, here at Annie Guthrie's home, it is very quiet, very unlike what is happening over at Nancy Guthrie's home. I can tell you that perhaps there's less than a dozen vehicles. When we were at Nancy's home earlier this afternoon, there were probably at least 3 dozen news vehicles, network news, local news, and from the surrounding areas. So again, very quiet here. Aside from the security, there's not a whole lot going on. The FBI is still asking for any tips. If you know anything at all, you are urged to contact 911, the Pima County Sheriff's Office, or the FBI. You can call them at 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's going to do it for us here in Tucson. I'm Tram Mai. Mark and Caribe, back to you.
All right, Tram, thank you. Did you have something for sure?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tram.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of information. Everyone is in the dark, understandably, because they want to, I'm sure authorities want to keep this close to the vest.
So that was the information they had, and I believe that video was from around day 7. So you guys listen, we just hit past the midnight mark. So we're going to pause, and we're going to return tomorrow for part 2. I'm going to do my best to come back tomorrow. Again, y'all know I'm in transition, and as I've said to several of you, if you don't see me come on every day or all of that, transition to a new state, I have nothing here, literally. It's all in another state. So I'm still in a matter of transition, new job, new vehicle. One of these days we're going to have to jump on a live, and I'm just going to have to give you the full testimony, because God is really still blowing my mind. I can't even make it up. Like, this is just a season of favor. And I'm excited about it. And I think what makes me so excited about it is this is the first season of my life where I am learning what it feels like to take your hands off of it and leave it in God's hands, and allow God to show you what He can do when you take it off out of your hands and put it in His. But it's just been that kind of season. So if y'all don't see me like coming on back to back to back, not only is that going on, I'm looking for an apartment and all of this, so that does take time. And again, as I told y'all before, I am a one-woman show, so all of these amazing backgrounds and awesome intros and all of that y'all see, I create all of these, put them together, then I got to put the show together, do all the research. I don't have a research team yet. And it's the fun part to me. So I do it for the love of it and because it's fun. I am not monetized yet. I do have 1,000 subscribers, but I don't have 4,000 watch hours. So everything that you guys get, you get because it's fun for me. I enjoy it. And I enjoy true crime. So I might as well combine the two and see what we can do and get the gang together, the community, and let's get together and have a conversation about it. So please do me a favor, Champagne Gang, and visitors, please hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. Please consider supporting the channel. You can hit the Cash App. It is in the description of every video. I do have to start posting it in the chat, and it will be back up on the screen. Or you can send a super chat, a super thanks, or you can just hype up the video, or thank you for just being here. Your watch, your view, your presence, your kindness, your energy has been enough to make this an amazing show. Thank you again for joining us in the Champagne City. And probably on the next live, y'all, I might have some news. Y'all do know my birthday is coming up in September, and I am doing a cruise for my 50th birthday. So I'm probably going to put the flyer up for all of those who want to come cruising away with your girl on the Carnival Cruise Line for her birthday. So we can just make it a Champagne City thing. It will be a Crimson Masquerade theme, so it will be red and black. And I don't know, I would love to see y'all there. So for those of you who may be interested, drop in the chat and let me know. And that will let me know whether or not I need to drop the flyer in the next video or not. Champagne Gang, FizzFam, confidants, and visitors to the Champagne City. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.
Just fade instead of me. Champagne dreams on Christmas Eve. Toasting what we lost now. crushed ice. You in that red silk, wrapped too tight. Mistletoe shadow on your thigh. Gingerbread heart broken to peppermint. Lies on your tongue so smooth. Champagne dreams on Christmas Eve. Bubbles on my lips, but you gon' leave. Stockings hanging, but my hope run thin. Pink moon, watch us fade instead of men. Champagne dreams on Christmas Eve. Toast to what we lost, not what we needed. Under all these twinkling schemes, we just two broke heart champagne dreams. Tree lights, flicker like you. On and off love, midnight blue. Cinnamon kisses turn to smoke. Chestnuts crack when old Joe's Joe, yeah. Sleigh bells ring at the truth. Reindeer shadows run from you. You pour that bottle, extra cold, liquid tinsel down my throat. I fold. We was fruitcake heavy, too much inside. Now it's in